Hello and welcome back to We Who Are About to Die, and we're actually going to be heading into a wild card here because I've taken a look and it's pretty obvious that this seems to be the best in regards to pretty much every reward, so we're going to just straight up go for that. Unfortunately, I can't bet anything right now because of the mysterious malaise, as far as I'm aware. I think that's what happened last time. Anyway, we're just going to go straight on in here. This is going to be pretty simple. We do outnumber the opponent. However, the enemies are starting to level up. They are starting to get a lot better than they were previously. We are actually not too far away from complete victory, but it is still out of our reach right now. We're still going to have to try pretty hard to get to where we need to be. Anyway, that guy's that guy's apparently running after his shield and not having a very good time of things, let's just say that. But yeah, it seems like otherwise we're probably going to have a pretty decent time here. He's already taken pretty good damage, and as you can see, he's out of there. Yep, that was very, very quick indeed. A 25-second victory. I mean, to be fair, we do have two teammates, which does make a huge difference, but I kind of wanted a slightly easier, slightly easier round to go for, because obviously at this point we have, we've got a lot of stamina reduction right here as well, thanks to our shield and everything. But apart from that, we obviously did have a couple of disadvantages. Otherwise, yeah, we're just getting masterwork gear here, which is not very good. You know the reason why it's not very good. We have no discount. We've got no discount. I'm actually really disappointed by that, but it's random, can't really help that. However, someone actually did tell me, very, very kindly, you told me that the refund percentage actually does not matter because you are gifting the blacksmith the gear at full value. So you don't even need to worry about refund percentage because you're technically not selling it back. You know what I mean? You're not selling it back for your own money. So in other words, this I can basically press here, and you can see here that it gives me the full value of the item. As you can see, I need 26,000 remaining. I'm not going to be doing anything in regards to that just yet because I'd actually like to use this. Amusingly enough, I would actually like to use this until we need to cash everything in. Actually, you know what? I could probably cash in everything now, but do I want to cash in everything and be completely naked? I'm not sure. Do I want to do that? I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to get heirloom anyway, because getting heirloom would then enable our next character to be able to do things. Although, I mean, I'm not sure, because yeah, I'd need to do a challenge run of some kind, and I have no idea what kind of challenge to go for. So I guess we'll just find out as time goes on, because maybe there's going to be something that we'll want to do there. Okay, so here we go. All right. This is going to be a difficult fight, all right? Look at this. This guy is literally level 23. He's 3 skulls higher than we are, and I'm actually thinking I might lose, I'm actually thinking I might lose this, but we're going to give it a go nevertheless, and yeah, we're gonna go for it. This is gonna be difficult, all right? This is gonna be very, very difficult, but that is of course on purpose. I'm making sure that we have some harder fights towards the end of this character's lifespan, because I mean technically he's not going anywhere if I can help it, of course, but if we do achieve our objective, which is actually pretty likely. I could have sold all my gear in the previous episode and actually, completed the objective straight away. But as I said before, I don't know whether I wanted to do that. Did I want to win that way? I don't know. Maybe it would have been a good way to win. But for me personally, I'd like to win when we are having some spare gear on. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, let me see if I can actually do something here, because this guy's going to be hyper aggressive, as you can quite clearly tell. Nice, okay, good damage against the helmet. That is what we like. Just going to continue using my shield appropriately. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. Yeah, this is going to be very, very difficult. We can go for some backhands. Someone said that backhands are really good, and yeah, I did actually used to use backhands quite a lot, but I found that overheads are really, really effective at just hitting the head. And I'm trying my best to actually get by this guy's shield, but you can see here, this is probably an aspired opponent, I'm going to assume. And aspired opponents are absolutely fantastic at what they do. They really do basically have probably some of the best defense, if not the best defense in the game. And you can see here, wow, that was lucky. We actually got by his shield for a real quick second there, and now we have the ability to hit his head, which is going to be very, very useful for us. There we go. There's the usefulness coming in right there. Very nice indeed. 28 damage. And yeah, he's having a really hard time actually getting by my shield. This is why I say the importance of a shield is paramount. It really is. If you want to be successful in doing longer runs, and I mean, let's face it, I've had a lot of experience actually doing very badly. Very badly in some runs, because let's face it, you know, sometimes I overestimate my ability. I think to myself, oh yeah, I can probably do without good armor or a good shield up until the time that I'm getting into the upper teen levels of pretty much every single battle type. But that's actually not the case, you know. My own skill level is just not enough to be able to make it there. But there you go, look at that. We did manage to achieve victory in under 2 minutes, no less. Pretty nice. And bear in mind, that is a very difficult opponent. That was a very difficult opponent, all things considered. Anyway, there we go. We have now achieved victory. And now what I can theoretically do is I could probably hand everything in. Can I not? I think I can probably hand everything in. We can probably win this. So let me actually just take a quick look here. Do I want to just hand everything in, or do I need to actually do that? I mean, should I? I mean, yeah, I probably should, right? I mean, that's the thing. I'm actually wanting to... Should we play with this massive two-handed sword with our next character? I think this seems like a pretty fun idea. Let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. It's obviously damaged right now, but I don't know whether that makes any difference. Anyway, we're just going to be trading absolutely everything that we have here. Obviously, it doesn't really help me out that much to trade more stuff. As you can see, due to the wonderful little thing down here, it's basically telling us that we have achieved our objective. But I'm going to be getting rid of anything anyway, just because. And there we have it. Okay, fantastic. So now what we can do is we could just invest a little bit more gold in our next character. And here we go. Done. I'm actually really interested to see what kind of legacy the Blacksmith's Apprentice is going to have. So let's gain the promotion right away, and we'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. Come on, give me something good. You've survived the Crucible. You've tested your mettle and tempered your strength, honed to fine edge of talent and courage. Your bloodlust and your apprentice debt quenched. Your trials have wrought a mastery of the instruments of war, the blade your bedfellow. While your peers were wenching, you studied the blade. Too bad there's more to blacksmithing than bloodletting. Alright, so we have the legacy trickle-down economy. Shop discounts are 25% more frequent. That's actually pretty decent. If you're looking to get some really high-level gear, that's pretty nice, especially if the discount is like, what, 20-30%? You're probably going to be very happy with that. Anyway, let's start a new run. I'm hoping for the criminal scum backstory. Oh no, we got the desperate politician again. Oh, that's really lucky, actually. That is actually really lucky. Yeah, someone actually mentioned, by the way, in the comments that my game is apparently not how it should be looking right now. In other words, it should theoretically have a checkbox somewhere on this screen, and the checkbox should enable me to disable the other background stories that I don't currently have completed. So that is obviously something to bear in mind, but of course, I don't know whether it really matters because I've completed them all now, so I suppose it doesn't really matter, but ahead of time, you know, it probably does. Anyway, let's just have a look-see here. I'm going to call him, what do I call him? He's going to use a two-handed sword. He's going to use two-handeds mostly all the time. So let's see. Huggy McGee. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Wonderful. Oh, I have no idea. This is the thing. My naming system is just completely random. Anyway, there we go. We actually start with a... Oh my god. Are you serious? We start with a large fancy jug? That is absolutely hilarious. So technically, I could literally just sell this straight away for 5,000. Boom. There you go. We actually did. And yeah, okay. We could actually even buy a helmet if we wanted to. I'm actually using a worn wreath right now. This is pretty terrible. Just going to sell that straight away. I'm actually going to sell these arm wraps as well. These are awful, so going to get that out of the way. Thank you. And I currently cannot unlock any more of the shop, which is a little bit unfortunate. I would like to have gotten a bit more of that. This is a nice chess piece. I mean, it's okay, but not really that necessary for us. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm very low, as you might imagine. I'm very low in HP because I am playing the politician. So this is actually going to be maybe more difficult than you might imagine, but maybe it's not going to be that difficult if we can utilize our entourage skill appropriately enough. So I have 15,000 gold. It's probably a good idea that I buy We Who Are About to Disinfect. Just because I have enough money to be able to do that, I might as well, you know. And apart from that, we should probably be speccing into two-handed swords. We should probably get my training and start doing that. It is going to cost me a huge amount of money, but I am very much wanting to do this so that I can start becoming a very proficient fighter very fast. That's kind of what I want to do. Okay, so what's actually going on here? This is a luck of the draw, a 1 versus many. It's a luck of the draw, though, you see. That is the main problem here. It being luck of the draw is really, really terrible because I want to use my two-handed sword and I've just spent a lot of money on that. So I'm actually going to go for the 1 versus 1, even though it's probably not even the best idea, but I'm going to survive with 70% health. I'm going to try to survive with 70% health, and I'm going to try to get as aggressive as possible against the opponent so that I can level up my two-handed skill. Because the two-handed skill is going to be very, very important for us later down the line. I want to make sure that we get this leveled up as fast as we can. And, haha, we are on this particular battlefield. Okay, this is actually pretty fun. This is a fun battlefield. I like it quite a bit. And hopefully I'll be able to do some nice damage to this guy. Yes, there we go. There's some damage. Can I get some more, please? Oh, no, he's running away. Of course he is. Okay, yeah, this is a really, really weird sword to use, by the way. It's very slow and very, very unwieldy, especially for the desperate politician. Can you imagine? Yeah, it's pretty terrible for him. But there you go. We've actually eliminated the enemy. That is not that good. Can I actually continue hitting my friends? I can continue hitting them. I think I can maybe get... I think I can actually increase my... I think I can, at least. Let me actually just see whether that is indeed the case, because I know someone said a while ago that you can actually deal damage to your own forces. Maybe not actually after the battle is over. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting, because I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm just going to kill the enemy, and then we're going to see if maybe I can train my two-handed skill on my own forces, because that seems to be the case. That actually seems to be the reason why we can't do that. Anyway, I'm just going to unlock more of the shop. Unlock one more of these, and then we're just going to probably continue onward. There's not really much more that we can do here. How's my two-handed sword doing in terms of durability? It seems okay. It's not too bad. I'm wondering whether I should buy anything else. I mean, these are okay in terms of armor. Bear in mind, I don't actually need Fame Multiplier. The only reason why I sold all those other things is just to give me the best possible boost early game, because for imagining the situation ahead of us, just think about how if we are going into a fight and we have, I don't know, 0.1 multiplier or whatever, then it is just going to make everything much harder initially. And obviously that's where the game is actually the most difficult, at the very start. Of course, we do have a wonderful weapon, but the weapon is pretty difficult to use, let's just say that. I'm not sure if we could even win a 1 versus many now. I'm thinking that might be kind of difficult. Ooh, that's terrible. That's a terrible reward. Alright. We'll have to do it, okay? We're gonna have to do it. I'm not gonna go for any more training at the moment because I want the stamina. Let me see what my two-handed... Yeah, it's literally at 24.6. I mean, that's kind of terrible. It really is. But we're going in with Entourage, and it is spoils to the victor, but as I've said to you before, I probably won't be picking anything up because we are using a masterwork weapon. So there's no real necessity to do that. Okay, so the best thing I can do is learn how to use this weapon. I know, it may seem like a completely stupid thing to say, and true, it might be, but I am having great difficulties actually coming to terms with how this works. Because apart from the fact that I actually just did massive damage against this guy, it is very much luck-based, in my opinion, that I'm actually able to do that. Because I feel like I'm not very skilled at all with this thing. Is he almost dead? He is almost dead. Can we kill him? Yeah, there we go. Nice swipe against the legs. Fantastic. That was great. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is such a hilarious weapon, though. It really is. Oh, yeah. Wow, look at that. The enemy just did massive damage to me as well. Okay, let me see if I can... Oh, look at that swipe. Oh, that was fantastic. Okay, I love it. Okay, that's the kind of thing that I really love about two-handed weapons, especially weapons this large, because it literally just makes the physics of the opponent go absolutely crazy, which you really love to see, or at least I love to see it. So there we go. Okay, that actually went a lot better than anticipated, but as you can see, look at my fame. Look at my fame multiplier. Because we took so long to win, it's just not going to work out. Yeah. As you can see, very, very sad indeed. And we're going to be losing a lot of fame as a result of that. But that's okay. That's okay. Because the main thing that we want right now is to get... we want favor, right? We want favor as much as possible. Oh my, okay, yeah. We're not going to be buying anything like this anytime soon. Okay. That might be a little bit problematic, all things considered. But I do have enough to unlock another little bit in the store. So I guess I'm actually going to do that. And otherwise, do I want to repair myself? I'm not a mechanical, so I think healing myself would be more appropriate. But otherwise, apart from that, let's actually just take a quick look. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of a bribe with Valerius here. I'm going to go for, let's go for 3,000 initially. Let's see. Wow, that's actually terrible. Okay, what about 5,000? Yep, 5,000 is going to work, so we'll do that. There we go. I'm basically just trying to get as much favor as possible at this point. But yeah, we could probably do a bit of training. But see, this is the thing. Any single time I want to go into doing training, it reduces my stamina so heavily. But maybe I could... I could probably go for a less intensive training. Yeah, you know what? I think I will do that. Let's go for some less intensive training. And it's going to take, let's see, 4. Let's just go for the normal variant. I think that seems pretty good. It is still costing me the exact same amount, technically. I mean, it's 300 per time. But yeah, we'll go for something like that because you can see here, how much is that actually going to be in terms of our stamina? I have no idea, but we're just going to do that and we'll see how that goes. And we're going to go into the pit fight. I think the pit fight seems like the best option because it's basically just a free-for-all, a complete free-for-all. And it is for Valerius as well, which is actually good. And we also then are probably going to be able to complete, well, at least getting 2 kills. I mean, deal 300 damage to teammates. I mean, I would be able to do that, but I don't know whether I really want to waste time doing that. I don't know. Is that actually worth it? I'm going to get 2 kills most likely, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. And also, it's going to give me some really, really nice two-handed skill. Or it should. Let's cross our fingers and hope. Because that's the thing that we're going to have to try here. And as I say, I'm going to be... This is basically just a two-handed only challenge right now. I kind of just fell into it because of the ability to purchase that masterwork sword at the end of the previous run. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it. But yeah, hopefully we'll actually work out quite nicely here. I was actually hoping, as I said before, for the criminal scum backstory. I really like that one. I feel like it's got a great balance of things that I really enjoy using. But unfortunately, no, we did get the Desperate Politician, which is actually fun, nevertheless. I mean, all of the backstories are actually fun, which is quite surprising. Because I do have my clear favorites in certain games. But in this, I actually don't really have one that I actively dislike. I think there are others that are more difficult, of course. There are definitely, difficulty disparities because, of course, they're supposed to be different in that sense. Their play styles are all supposed to be different. But yeah, that's actually a pretty good testament to the whole thing. The game as a whole actually does have a very unique way of dealing with classes and so on. And that's the reason why I call them classes instead of backstories, because they are technically classes, I suppose, because they do have such significantly different traits. There's not one that is just a complete you know, palette swap or whatever of the other. You know, it's all very, very different. Anyway, there's only one opponent remaining, but you could see how much I have leveled up my two-handed swords. It's actually hilarious. And look at how much damage I'm actually dealing. But you've got to bear in mind, these enemies are completely unarmored for the most part, or at the very least they are very, very lightly armored, and I can destroy their armor very fast. Anyway, we're going to go for some more stamina skill right here, as you might expect. That's going to be very, very useful. We have a helmet. Might want to buy that helmet. That is not bad. It's not great, let's face it, but I'm going to buy it nevertheless, just because we have one then. And we're finally going to buy Extraordinary. And is there anything else that I want to go for? Well, I do want to go for Seal of Approval, but I do not have enough. Yes, I do not have enough for that, which is very sad indeed. Alright, so I'm not going to be doing anything else here. My sword is still fine. Yeah, we're pretty good, so we can just continue onward. Alright, this is looking like a pretty decent one. What about this? Yeah, okay, we'll go for this one. This is also Mazza, so that's actually pretty good. And we're going to go for 2 bets here. Survive with 80% health and win within 5 minutes. I mean, both of these should be relatively simple. Also end with minus 20% public favor. I think I'll probably be able to do that. That's actually a really funny bet now, because usually you do not want to do that. You know, usually you want to get as much public favor as possible. But as it stands with the desperate politician, it's so easy to get low public favor. You don't even have to worry about it. You can literally just fight normally and actually get kills. You can actually get kills in quick succession. You could do massive damage, and yet the audience just hates you. So, you know, that just happens very, very quickly indeed. Anyway, I'm gonna try and see whether I can literally just take a little bit of time. I'm just gonna stand here while the public favor goes down. Okay, yeah, you can start going down now, guys. Alright, there we go. Okay, perfect. And okay, I did not expect to kill him in one hit. Alright, I actually thought to myself, okay, I'm just gonna wait, you know, I'm not gonna do anything there. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Why is the bet payout so, wait a minute. What? Where's the... okay, wait a minute. I got too... oh, did I get too much audience favor? Oh, I might have gotten too much audience favor. That might be the reason why we had some problems right there. Oh, okay. I might have jumped the gun a little bit, suffice it to say. Yes, I might have done something like that. Okay, well, that's a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? Oh, well, never mind. I can't really do much about that now, but it's fine. We were able to achieve victory at least, and we did get a wonderful level up bonus, which gives us another 10 HP, which you may think, oh, 10 HP, that's not really that much, but if you think about the fact that I only have 50, then gaining 10 HP, that's actually pretty significant. Anyway, I will now be probably going for Seal of Approval. I think that seems like a pretty decent idea, considering that's the main reason what we're going to be getting, you know, where we're going to be getting our fame from. And apart from that, there's not much that I can really get. So we're just going to continue onward. Let's see. Many versus 1, wild card, 1 versus 1. Okay, what about the... oh, wow. Yeah, these are all pretty terrible. We'll go for the 1 versus 1. Survive with 70% health. Oh, win within 2 minutes. Oh, yes. That sounds like a fun idea, and we'll win with 70% health. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that. So, yeah, we're hopefully going to be able to participate in another pit fight sometime soon too, because if we do that, it's actually going to make our two-handed skill skyrocket so incredibly nicely. I don't know whether you noticed that in the previous pit fight that we did, but almost every single attack that we had, we were able to get either all weapon skills increased or two-handed skill increased, and that's obviously going to make a huge difference to our overall combat capability in the future. Anyway, let me see if I can do something here. Okay, that was good damage, but I'd like it. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Thank you. Okay, he's almost dead. Just need one more slash. There we go. I like this weapon. I gotta say, I actually really like this weapon. Seems extremely fun to use, and as you can see, it literally took us 18 seconds to win. Both bets are completely done, and we can now level up too. Alright, free repairs or 2,000 gold. I'll take the 2,000 gold, even though it is a little bit finite, isn't it? It's not something that you really want to be going for that often. Okay, so I think it's probably a good idea for me to re-roll the store a little bit. So let's do that. I'm going to try and get some good stuff here. I mean, generally, these are good shoes. They have hardened, and they're 4,000 only, so I guess I will buy them, even though technically you want to try and get armor as fast as possible with a two-handed build. So I'm going to see... Ah, hello. Okay, yes, this is good. Thank you. Very nice. That's actually maybe the best slot that we could get, actually. But now my left side is extremely weak, as you can see. We basically have nothing over there. Yes, might be a bit of a problem. Okay, well, apart from that, I think we're pretty good. We can now continue onward. Okay, we got a 1 versus 1. These rewards are all pretty terrible. No, this is terrible as well. Wow, yeah, this is all pretty awful. So I guess the 1 versus 1 is pretty much the only thing we can really go for. Maybe we can go for some good bets? No, it's looking pretty bad, actually. So we're just going to have to do this for favor by the looks of things. And then we will hopefully have a pretty good shot at just increasing our fame, our passive fame generation. And that's actually the funny thing about the Desperate Politician. I feel as though you don't... That's the thing, as long as you don't really go into any fights that are significantly outnumbering. So for example, let's say, you go into a 1 versus many. Of course, I'm probably going to be going into quite a few 1 versus manys just because it's fun for me to do so. But generally, if you want to achieve victory as the Desperate Politician, it's not really something you should be doing. You should try to focus, if you want to focus on longevity, you should try to do that by generating as much favor as possible with the various patrons in the game. Because if you do that, you're going to have a wonderful fame generation in the end, and that is going to then enable you to pretty much just buy whatever you want, because you can trade your fame for money, and then you can just buy whatever you want from the store. So that's something to bear in mind if you didn't already realize that, that kind of playstyle with the Desperate Politician. But yeah, this guy is actually proving to be very difficult for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. There we go. There's a 43 damage hit. But yeah, you could see here that I've been having some pretty big issues actually hitting this guy for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I'm aiming at the guy's head, but it doesn't seem to really be working as intended. But that's just me being bad, I assume. Anyway, there we go. We were able to achieve victory. No bets, obviously, unfortunately, this time. Weren't able to really do any of those. Ah, hello. A spiked rusty shield. Yeah, I'm going to humbly decline the gift because I'd like to have the fame instead, I think. I don't really want anything else from that. This is a pretty nice chess piece. Might be going for that. Oh, these are nice braces, actually. I think I will go for the nice braces. And we'll buy the chess... no, I can't even afford the chess piece any further, but that's not really that big a deal, because I was a bit dubious about it in the first place, because it does actually reduce my stamina by another 10%. And that's obviously something that you want to try and avoid with a two-handed build, or at least in my opinion. Anyway... Gonna unlock another one of these. Another one of these inventory slots. Oh, hello there. Yeah. This is the situation that I was talking about before. This is a no-go, in my opinion. This is a no-go, because you can see exactly the reason why. There are 3 skulls above me. That means they have wonderful gear. Very, very good gear. There are 2 spear users as well, which, as you've just seen, even in a 3 versus 1 situation, I had some huge problems dealing with. So that's obviously going to make a huge difference to our overall success. And apart from that, it just seems like a almost certain death sentence right now. Anyway, I'm going to be ending this episode off here. We're probably going to be taking one of the 1 versus 1s in the next episode, and we'll see how far we can go with the Desperate Politician with a two-handed build. Because bear in mind, I am not allowed to use a shield if you're, staying with two-handed. So that obviously makes the politician much weaker than he would otherwise be, because you're mostly relying on a shield with him. That's the main deal, If you get a good shield, you're more than likely going to be completely fine. But that's the thing that I'm trying to stay away from in this challenge. So let's see how well we do. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.